É uma felicidade enorme voltar a casa, ao sítio onde basicamente eu me criei. Estou muito feliz e espero que todos os benfiquistas também estejam, e isso para mim é muito importante porque voltar a casa é sempre muito bom.
Internacional português, desde que saiu já jogou em 3 grandes ligas diferentes, tinha outras opções no mercado de janeiro. O que é que o fez optar pelo Benfica?
Assim que foi possível e que falaram comigo da opção do Benfica, foi muito.
Já foi campeão 3 vezes no Benfica. Quais é que são as suas ambições para os próximos meses?
A minha ambição é simplesmente ajudar. Sou mais um para ajudar a equipa, dar tudo, tentar adaptar o mais rápido possível e poder ajudar a equipa ao máximo nos seus objetivos.
Nota-se que está feliz, em várias entrevistas já disse que esta é a casa que o formou enquanto jogador e enquanto homem. Também como é que é estar de regresso ao clube, também conta esse prisma?
É uma felicidade enorme, eu não consigo descrever a felicidade que estou a sentir, poder voltar ao clube onde nasci, onde fiz toda a formação, poder estar com a família, com os meus amigos. Acho que vai ser um sentimento único e quero aproveitar ao máximo este momento.
All right, guys, that's a show, man. Thank you for joining, and have a wonderful evening. Just end on a high. Well done. Well done. All right, so odds-on favorites of Puff Daddy, Benfica TV, or Sport TV. Which one copyrights us first on that one?
Benfica TV won't do shit to you because they like us. Sport TV will be here. Sport TV. I tell you what, one thing though, this is why you should watch us live, because our live, it's done, dusted, that's it. Now the video, what's going to happen is someone
may or may not get copyrighted.
The video. Mate, my friend, within a minute of us going off,
YouTube is crazy. They're so good at it.
Yeah, they're good. They're quick. They're fast. They're fast.
Yeah. Within a minute or two, we're gonna receive. But the good thing about it
is, the monetization.
Just take that away. Just take that away. And if you're alive, you're lucky enough to watch it. If you aren't live, where the fuck were you? Yeah, where are you, Melo?
Good. I haven't been on a show. Like, me and Mello keep like crossing paths. You know what I mean? I get busy, he's on. He's busy, I'm on. But yeah.
Zach with this comment already.
I know.
To the punch Luis.
Fucking Magnitude. Right before we went live, he posted this in the chat. It had me laughing, so I had to throw that into the intro video. But yeah, man, this is crazy. This is amazing.
Can I tell you something as well?
Yeah.
You said about the hype video. I hadn't even watched it. I watched like 10 seconds of it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go on.
Let's watch it.
Because I wanted to watch the rest, So I watched until he's talking, with the, interviewing, but I didn't watch the rest. I was like, I'll wait for the rest. Yeah, good video, man. Good video. Well done, Joe.
Yeah. You know what I hate? The video editing software. I completed the video a bit ago. All I need to do is export. And it started wanting to slap watermarks, and it was like, anyways, 45 minutes later, I got it working just in time for the show.
Well done. Well done that you didn't say the name. I love that. No free promotions here, man. You want to be mentioned? You gotta pay us, bitch.
Gotta pay us, exactly. So I got that sorted out. Yeah, we're loving the classic kits today, man, because we got a throwback. Got a throwback player back on the squad, so we got throwback kits going on.
Wow, Ross. I didn't realize that your collection was that massive.
I love it.
I knew he sent us some pictures and everything, but I was wow.
We got to do a Ross dedicated show where he goes through each of the kits. That'd be sick.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'd love to even I'd love to get just toss something out on Twitter and see who has the most interested. Like, people send us their favorite Benfica kit.
Yeah, that'd be a good show. Yeah, put a tweet out and say, send us your favorite or most exquisite. I don't know. I wouldn't say favorite, but
I kind of I like favorite though, because it's kind of my favorite jersey, for example, is the first one I got.
Yeah. See, my favorite, it's shit. It's just the black and red, the one, I love that fucking top, man.
Mine was the one, the PT, the sponsorship with the fort with all the big teams had it.
Yeah.
I love that. It's classic.
No, that's good. That's good. I'm trying to like bring up the goal
Nice
point
to
here.
see your Christmas tree.
Oh, I had a Mario if you want. I have a silver
Oh, you
score.
got also okay. You can do all that. Yeah, no, Zach's like he's getting all the commentary. Yeah, I'm still doing musical chairs down here.
He knows about that though. He's just been a dick. He's been live.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all
He
good.
just wants to be shown. He just wants to appear.
Mm.
Hold on, let me.
But you keep doing tweaks down. The regular setup's still there. I just didn't have time to put up my pitch there. So you guys get the bookshelf. But yeah, look at this 11. Look at these guys.
Mate, quickly, I just thought Gabriel Silva. I was like, what the fuck? Why is Gabriel on our team? But I was like, oh, wait, we're pretty yellow.
Hey, I will say though, in terms of the match itself, right? Like I was super excited because every time that they play in São Miguel, right, or the Açores, or even Madeira, not so. I really can't speak to Madeira as much, right? Just because I really don't know anyone from Madeira, like personally.
Yeah.
But at least from the Azores, like this is like the game because that trip to the mainland for a lot of people, it's kind of costly. They'll kind of only go if they have other things going on, like other reasons to go to the mainland, or if it's like a massive game, like a Champions League game. So to watch a Liga match, in the Azores is huge. So when I saw that stadium full, it filled my heart, and to see like all the Benfica fans, and that's why I even loved in the press conference before this match, Roger was pretty much saying like, what he always says, always giving good answers. But we play, to one, play beautiful, football, and two, win. And that's what he wants to do to the Benfica fans. And the fact that even he makes the press conferences about the fans compared to what I'm not even going to mention their names, the last two, well, not even last two, really. The last clown used to do, make every presser about himself. It's such a breath of fresh air. And it's like another reason. Like this season, we need titles this season. We need titles this season because the rest of it has been so enjoyable to this point. Like it needs. I'm just waiting.
You got to finish on a high. You got to finish on a high.
Yeah, but like this move, the Gonçalo Guedes move, which I'm sure we'll get into in a second, like that loan move, I think sets us up really well for the rest of the season.
Well, it's funny. Like we had some nervousness around kind of a little bit of lack of depth. Like when you looked at once you got outside of Rafa and Neves, and if he's not playing well, I mean, all of a sudden, Auschwitz wasn't doing it for us to an extent.
Not in the wing, no.
And then even Draxler and all these other guys, right? So you're kind of going through like what are our options? It actually thins out quite well, and you start going kind of nervous. Bad injury, Rafa can sometimes go cold for like a month or two. You draw a few points, and things are up in the air. This was a signing that is, we want to win the league. We want to make sure we got the depth, and he's Gonçalves now is going to fight for a spot, and he's going to try and make a statement to take a spot, and that's good, man. You need that competition, keep guys on their edge.
Yeah, and he's like, I was trying to think back, right? Because obviously, both of you, especially Luis, because he's 45. Both of you have a little bit more Benfica knowledge than I do.
Inches deep.
I was thinking, aside from Rui Costa, I don't really know if in my lifetime as a Benfica fan, if I've seen anyone come back to the club. I think it was just Rui Costa.
We've had trying to think of actually if anyone legitimate. I mean, we've had guys.
Yeah, when I say that,
you're right. Like a big name,
Someone when they left, you're like, oh damn, I wish they stayed.
Yeah.
Like
knees deep in Bacalhau.
Yeah. No, but the one thing I would say with Guedes, not only is like you said, a bigger player coming back that had some experience. It's the first one since we truly started that project with the Shishal, like with the comp that we have now, like the more modern one. That LS Youth Academy that came up kind of during George Jesus' time when they first started, these guys started blossoming. We've actually not had any of these guys come back yet. And so it's the first one. And there was always talk, we'll keep like producing all these gems, keep sending them back. Imagine if just a couple of them start coming back eventually. And it was always like, maybe one day. And no one wants, I love that Rui Costa came back, but you want him to come back while they still have like a lot of miles in their engine. This guy's in his mid-20s. I know it's a loan deal. You know what I mean? But
yeah, right. A lot of sorry, man, I cut you off there, but like everyone that I speak to about this loan, right? Oh, it's only a loan deal. It's only a loan deal. There's no buyout. That doesn't mean we can't buy him though. That doesn't mean that he doesn't play the 6 months. We go, you know what? We sold Enzo. Enzo's probably gonna go, right? Let's just be realistic.
Yeah.
Let's say you sell Enzo for 120 million. Let's just say that, right?
Or even
And you
100.
go, you know what? Fuck it.
'cause
Let's
it's
spend
summer.
25 or 30 million of this money and buy Gonzalo because he had a heck of a fucking 6 months. You know?
And not
But
even
let's-
that.
you know what, Luis?
The perfect situation is that Wolves are 17th in the EPL.
Oh yeah. Well,
Tied
By
with
the way, how
Bournemouth
the
for
fuck are they?
relegation.
Why are they loaning him out?
Well, it's because first of all, he was brought in the summer under Lage, and Lopetegui is their coach now, and I don't think he likes him because they also just brought in. You have to remember, Luis. Well, not just brought in, but Podence has been killing it on the wing, and they just brought in those two guys from Atleti. Like Cunha is now at the 9, so like Gonzalo's a very versatile player, right? So he could play in the wing, he could play, that second striker position, whatever. He can play a lot of positions.
Though, man. Like, I mean, he's not been good for
I
them.
think it's
but
no. Well, he
I
hasn't
don't
really
think
been
he's had a
playing.
chance to.
Yeah.
No, he's barely played. And I did look at he got a couple of goals, couple of assists. He was on the bench for a few games, off the bench a few games, started a few games. And I saw some Wolves fans saying he hasn't played well. In my understanding, he hasn't played well at Wolves, but no one else has. It isn't like, that's the thing. Like these guys like chirping saying, oh, we don't care that he's getting loaned out because he doesn't play well. I'm like, no one on your team is playing well. You guys are tied for a relegation spot at the moment. And that's the thing. Not that I'm one to root against a team like the way I normally do sometimes, unless it's Port or Sporting, but I'm going to be cheering on Wolves to lose and draw points every single goddamn weekend because if they get relegated, they're going to want to offload Guedes. They're going to want to offload talent.
This is the other one. Sorry. Yeah.
So
They'll need to as well. They'll need to.
They'll need to free up cash. So that might give an opportunity where, maybe we get Guedes at 25 million, 30 million. I still think at age 26, a prime player,
I think
that's a great signing. If he does well,
depends a lot. Exactly. I think if he comes in, obviously he's done amazing against Santa Clara. But like Morris said earlier on, we played Santa Clara. We need to chill the fuck down. But comes in. Even I love how he goes. I love how he went. I was a little bit nervous before. No players say that. No player will. No, man. I like that. It was being honest. It was like I was a little bit nervous because obviously there's a big hype of me coming back and I just wanted to deliver. And it did. I still say, have a shot. Because look at him. If he didn't shoot, he wouldn't have scored. And that was a massive rebound. Doesn't matter. It's 3-0. It's his goal.
Is anyone going to remember
every game?
No. Is anyone going to remember that it was
like? I mean, when they got to look at the stats, they'll say Gonzalo Guedes 1 goal and Draxler none. But that's what they're going to say.
No, seriously, yeah,
it's true.
No, but the big thing
as well.
Sorry, Luigi. What I was going to say was, and for me, when a lot of people were saying, "Oh, no buyback," like you said, I agreed with that. But also, like, why do we need to buy him right now? Right? Like, we just bought the two young. Like, there's a lot of.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
The moves we've been making have been much more. I know you're laughing at Luigi, right? But they're much more calculated. Right? We're making smart moves. So if you're saying let's bring him in on a loan, one, because if we bought him right now, even if that buyout clause was there, the clause would probably be much higher because they're a Premier League club. If they get relegated, the clause is going to be less, right? So like there are different things like that aside from the fact that they just brought in Sarabia. Really, we have Sporting to thank because Sporting didn't buy Sarabia, and Sarabia was then bought by Wolves, which is why we have Guedes. So thank you, Sporting. But
I'll tell you something as well.
Couple to Sporting, I love it.
I'll tell you something as well. On Saturday when he said that those two kids weren't playing because of fitness levels.
That's what Roger said, yeah.
Nah, man, they were out on the boat. They were, catching that cod.
The bacalhau money. That's what I'm going to
They
call
were
it.
trying to get bacalhau. Oh, no, that's the sausages. Whatever. They were out on the boat, man. They came back earlier on today. Fucking bacalhau all around, man. Fucking, you should have seen Algins. He's like, you feel like I'm home.
Hey, Luis, do you have anything to say, by the way? About Frederick, your buddy?
Bro. Okay.
Beautiful ball.
So everyone, watch my video. And I say at the beginning, I
didn't watch it yet.
Okay, no, because you don't fucking, smash it like that. No, I'm just saying. You don't have to watch it.
Now?
The latest, don't watch it now. The latest one, right? I put it out yesterday. At the beginning of the video, I say, Algins and Draxler. I mean, Algins might have a good game and even maybe, be all right. But Draxler. And then he does that. I'm not joking. I didn't even celebrate. I was like, go! Oh, fuck you.
It's funny enough. I was watching that first half, and I kind of, these sometimes your guys you pick on, they start tripping on. And I started a little bit saying, man, I don't feel this Auschwitz. I don't know if he's the right guy. Oh, fucking goalie. Yeah, I love this Auschwitz, man. Well done, man. I was so happy. I'll be honest. I was so happy. Because the guy shows some potential.
In the first half, I think he was great. Well, the thing is, I think in this, the graphic actually is inaccurate, right? Because in the game, Auschwitz was here and Draxler was out wide doing absolutely nothing.
He's going for a walk.
Like you said, Luis, I know that you were being serious. Frederick out on the wing you don't like. Because you've said before in the midfield, right? Well, the first game he played was bad or whatever. Remember that game was in the Champions League where we had like, he pretty much gave the other team 2 or 3 chances the second he came in. It was like one of the worst impact subs I've seen all season, really. But aside from that, he's like, he's there in the midfield. He's doing fine. But that ball from Enzo, if he missed that, he was going back out on the boat to get Bacalhau and not coming back.
My issue is like, it's not even that, man. Like, my issue is the same thing. My issue with Auschwitz, there's no issue, by the way. But like, what I could say is the same thing with Draxler. It's like, is Auschwitz good? No. Does he have the potential to be good? Yes. If he plays in this position. Okay. But there's no need to be this hype like, oh my God, give me 2 kids. I'll father your like mate, everybody's like getting like they're gashing over Auschwitz, right? Brother, Sport TV literally went at one point that Chiquinho was maybe having more minutes than he thought, right? Then Sport TV said maybe that's down to Draxler not being as good as everyone thought. And then this other guy is like, well, we know with a pass like that, what pass? Like you have teams, but you don't have anything for those teams. Or you have teams. Like he's not fucking Ibrahimovic that goes into any team and scores goals. No. Like we saw the stats the other day. Yes, he played for a fucking insane teams. Wolfsburg was decent. Since he left Wolfsburg, he's not been a key player for any of these teams.
Shocker, but
I mean, yeah, but you're still talking about the Bundesliga,
correct,
man.
Correct.
Like,
no, and that is
I mean, like,
the Bundesliga is so different from if he did that in Spain or in Italy or in the Prem. It's
just
different.
any other club, bro. You go to PSG, it's not hard to play there. Just pass the ball back to the guys that can play football, and you're good. You're gonna get assists. I'm not saying I hate him. I'm just saying I do.
This is Draxler, obviously, but I'm in the same.
What about that miss, though, Mario?
Oh no, that was insane in front of the net. How do you miss a shot like that?
The 2 misses, that miss, and then the Musa at the end of the match where I think it was Nadish puts the ball right across the face of the goal. He misses, and then Guedes is like, I didn't think that guy was gonna miss, so I didn't put it in. That was such a bad miss, and it's starting to get to the point where again, I think that the reason they kept Musa ultimately is because it's a different profile, right? Like he looks like he doesn't play like him. Okay, just saying he doesn't play like him. He has the profile of Cardozo or
what?
Right? No, because he's just massive.
No, he's a big guy. He's a big kid. He's a big kid.
He's a little stocky guy. You look at Gonçalo, he's taller, but he's still, the second he gets touch, he's flopping.
He plays like Cardozo, but he reminds me of Suazo.
Oh, shush. Oh man.
But no, I was overall. I mean, this game just compared to the last game, we created chances and he played well, so I was happy. But Enzo is just unreal. I mean, I can bring back up the.
If you click on just Enzo's and it brings up his stats, right? The guy, he won the man of the match for the right reason. And the coolest thing about the Enzo story right now is, despite all that controversy, and there was a moment there, and then he came back and have a good game against Braga, and it was like, you kind of wonder, is this guy going to be? He just wants out, and if he doesn't get out, he's going to fester. What's going to happen, right? And then him making the clear message recently that he's here for the club. He grabs the badge, this and that. Then has a killer game today or yesterday, I guess you could say. Oh man, I'm over the moon, man. He's just killing it. And now the depth we're having, and then And out of curiosity, for the Rafa thing, you think it's legit? He's out 4 weeks because that's the one part which it was unfortunate here. But if Guedes shows up and we got more options, at least we'll have.
It doesn't surprise me because he is also the most fouled player in the league.
He constantly clipped, right?
Yeah, and when he gets hit, exactly. You just said it, right? It's not like he's getting fouled trying to dribble a guy one-on-one, like slowly. You know what I mean? Like stopped and trying to get past him like a Messi or something. He's going full speed, right? Like. So I don't know. It's to me, I think that it probably is legit. That being said, what matches you're going to miss him for? You're going to miss him for the first round of the Champions League. You're going to miss him for the Braga quarterfinal for the
Pasa,
for
which
the
he might have got arrested anyways for, because they rotate sometimes for those. Yeah.
I don't with Roger. I kind of don't think he would, but right, you're saying that's a match you could technically arrest him for.
You got Paç Ferreira, Aroca, Casapia, Braga, and maybe Club Brugge.
He should be back. I mean, right by the timeline, he should be back for Vizela. I kind of wouldn't count on Boavista, which is February like 18th, 19th, whatever that weekend is, like the third weekend of February, right? So even then, though, Mario, right? Like you get him for the second Bruges match, which is at home. You miss him for those Liga matches, but I'm sorry, we should be beating all the teams we just mentioned.
Yeah, no. Be honest, we're lucky. Like so. This match here, Santa Clara has been atrocious this season. It was just the perfect match to have if you have missing players and you need to give Gonzalo Guedes some minutes and get him like used to his squad. It's one of the weaker sides to face. And next week, it's even a weaker side with Paç Ferreira. So we should be okay.
Yeah, look.
It's like we're looking at Aroca is the only, to be honest, Aroca and Casapia are the quote unquote ones higher in the table, but they should be manageable. And as sad as this is, like Casapia, it's their first season in. They've had an amazing first half of the season. But they've been really struggling. The last 5 games, they've been completely falling off, right? So I don't expect, even with a weakened team, any surprises against these sides. So it's a good time. It's a good time to allow something like this to happen, right?
I think like you said, it's right. And even with Casapia, right? Sometimes, I'm not saying it's going to be the case with them. I actually think that if they're able to keep all their players. Keep in mind, Mario, when they came up, their best player was that Jota Silva that got sold to Vitória. Luis, you know Jota Silva, like the Portuguese Jack Grealish, right? Mario, you probably know him just by the Portuguese Jack Grealish. When he got sold, my instant thought was, okay, well, Casapia going down, elevator team, up and down. Yeah. And then they go do that Godwin guy they have, that number 7 in the wing, crazy talented. Like,
isn't he a god?
and he's getting them the wins. But when it comes to those games, like you said, anything can happen, but like also the Segunda Volta is also interesting because sometimes, teams start to lose that. You get halfway through and you start to look and say, if we repeat what we did in the Primeira Volta, this is what, we'll be at the end of the season. But if he could be champions, the table would be as is.
People kind of take the foot off the gas. In some cases, some teams start taking off. Like Casapia's main objective was stay in the first division. They need 9 more points to do that.
Yeah.
That's all they need. So mission accomplished, and odds are it'd be a miracle if they get Europe, but they're probably not going to get Europe. And, they don't have the funds. They don't have the stadium to actually play in Europe. So they have to rent out a bigger venue to actually.
But what's interesting, Mario, is that they just picked up this kid on loan, this Yuki Soma, and he plays for Japan. For a club like Casapia to pick up a Japanese international that played at the World Cup on loan, even if it's on loan, that's a big deal. So that shows that they're not saying, oh, we're happy to be here. They're here to
maybe they can do it. Maybe they get the Federations Cup. Maybe they get that 6th spot for it, right? Or 6 or 7.
But even because you look at it right now, if we go back to just the Liga, Sporting is in a pretty rough position because first of all, Port, this is a qualification spot. It's up to you whether you think Port will actually finish 3rd.
Magnitude. Ooh, too soon.
But, hey, and it's crazy, by the way, just to point out, someone brought this up on Twitter the other day, and I'm not too big into conspiracies. I think, whatever, there's a lot going on. Remember when Porto paid Vitória $15 million for those 2 academy kids, like the under 23s or whatever? They have never been anything. It's also interesting because Vitória have now lost 8 straight games to Porto. 8. Not haven't won, they've lost 8 straight. A team like Vitória that's always up there, I'm sorry. That to me is.
And then their coach at the end, Vitória's coach goes, well, your Porto is strong. They deserve to win.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck it out, mate. That's your ambition, is it? Fuck it out.
But it's not when they play us.
Those guys,
anyone else.
They used to have so much fire under the back end. Vitória Guimarães, and they've lost their edge, man.
But they still do when it's not again when they play us well.
Oh yeah, it's because it's bloody murder when it's us. But I think I don't know. Maybe they are saying take the paycheck, and I don't know, man. It's bad on them. Bad on them.
It's a lot, and I'm just curious to now that I said that I saw that it's 8 straight losses, but I'm curious to see against Benfica. I know that we have a ton of draws with them mixed in, but I'm just for the purposes of this, and this is actually their site's really.
Yeah, when the transfer window finished, like 31st.
31st.
End of January, right?
Oh man, get Renato on loan, man. Come on.
Hey, I would love that. Okay, Mario.
Imagine like tomorrow.
Just you to get a look. Right, so they haven't beaten us in a while, but look at all these draws. Well, actually, once we start going to 2019. But the last couple of years, look, draw. Like, they play us well.
Yeah, the fucking White Angels, man.
They're a fun team to watch.
I was sad. They almost beat Arsenal that year.
They should have. They had it.
Wait, mate, come on. You had Riwav like playing AC Milan and fucking giving a run for their money. Like, where the fuck is Riwav now, bro? Honestly, I laugh, but it's fucking sick. The fact they went out there playing against AC Milan.
They killed it.
AC Milan? I can't remember that. I think
it was AC Milan. Yeah. And it was penalties.
And you think, fuck it, Riwav. What are you saying?
You got this.
Now the fucking Italians are going, where the fuck is that?
That was the same. That was the same season. They did that result at the beginning of the season of the playoffs in Europe, lost on PKs, and then got relegated at the end of the season. They went like the season started good. They looked, oh man, this is Real Ave. Sometimes they're a tough side. They're looking good to the start of the season, man. Look what the AC Milan. I think these guys are going to fight for another Europa League spot. You got to watch out. These guys, they're relegated. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean,
it was hilarious. Like, it just
comes at you fast.
Yeah, that was a fast change of pace.
We got Pastorella next, right?
Yeah, that's why we're fortunate.
But like,
yeah.
But my thing is overall something that's interesting to look at now when you look at the squad. And yes, Yoni's back, by the way, and so is Conte. He should be down here somewhere. Yeah, because they're back from loan. But in terms of the moves for the rest of the market, right? Like the big news we can talk about, I guess, is the official moves for Elton Late. He's gone, permanent transfer.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was just a loan, but it's great to hear that it's permanent. Just because, again, he's not a quality keeper for Benfica. And if you look at the youth system, I'm not saying that they're great. You technically have three keepers, right? Because you have Leu, the Japanese kid. You have Samu, who's obviously here, and he's the new number 2. That's what Roger had said. And then you have Andre Gomes, who got his professional debut today with the B team. And there was one play today in that match, the Porto v Benfica V match that ended 2-2. Andre Gomes, there were like 2 Porto guys right there at the edge of the box. Instead of just blasting it out, clearing it out, and giving Porto possession or, a throw-in, just right to the CDM. It's the poise he has on the ball, and even Samuel, right? Like, he's had some rough games as of late. I think that speaks more to the defense and the fact they picked up some red cards and stuff. But yeah, but when it comes to the moves, that was great. The Henrique Rouge move had to happen in Watford, but João Ferreira, I've always been a very big João Ferreira fan. We sold him, to Watford this window as well. He was on loan actually at Rio Ave, which is why I bring him up. But he was the championship team of the week in England this week. So scored a goal there in their win. I've always rated him highly. That I watched the Vitória Guimarães and
scores a goal. Fucking love him. I've always loved him.
No.
Next week is gonna be like João who? Fuck him. Never like that kid.
I've always said I think there's something there more so than Tomáš Tomáš, who supposedly was sold to Russia to Spartak. Right? The club hasn't announced it just yet, but there were some rumors about that.
I still don't get how that deal works, but anyways.
And I don't know if it's true or not what the deal is. But look, like I'm pretty happy with the squad. I think that there's some other players, right, that I definitely want gone. 1, 2.
Fucking
3.
Fucking bastard.
But overall, though, right? Like, Mario, to come back to what we were initially talking about, I'm not worried. When I say I'm not worried that Rafa is out, if he comes back healthy, I'm not worried because I think we need him for the Champions League.
No, you need him. You need a healthy Rafa to make a run at it, and hopefully Guedes finds his form in this team, so we don't have to worry about. Because here's the thing: we got Draxler on loan also, right? And at the end of the day, I'd rather have a situation where we bring Guedes on over Draxler if Guedes is finding his footing. You know what I mean? Like the thing with Guedes, which is funny, he's kind of like Rafa to this extent. He is a player that you can have on the wing, attacking center forward. He's a bit more versatile like Rafa is, where you can kind of try to play around with him a little bit. Like he's never been a great goal scorer type player. Like he's never been known for that. Outside that previous year with Valencia, it was insane. He looked like he was really coming up. Look at that. I love it. But yeah, no, just to kind of wrap up the first half of the season and that chat, we got 43 goals, which is amazing. We're basically the best side at scoring goals. But it's well diversified. It isn't one guy Gonzalo Ramos is doing very well, but it's not like has 20 goals to his name. He's having a great season. It's well diversified amongst the team where the goals are coming from. And doing very well. City's
in my head. I swear, I was like,
oh my gosh,
I can see where the chat's going. This is gonna come up, and then as soon as I was you know what's funny? I was it's too late now.
Next, you're gonna buy us. Just kidding.
No, the one before it. The one before.
No, I know.
Mario,
I saw that one there. Yeah.
One of the things that actually someone brought to my attention the other day, which I didn't realize, is talking about Rafa and him being out. Just really quick to put a close on the topic. Look at how Bruges is doing. This is like their recent form.
Actually, look.
I was thinking like how Benfica, obviously our form has kind of dropped a little bit. But when we look at Bruges, like if we can't beat this side without Rafa, we should be able to beat this side with a lot of the B team players. And Luis will be
Holy
there.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, 22 minutes, mate. I haven't been able to buy the fucking tickets. That's why I said
that's for the tickets?
Bro, I'm like,
what is this?
To buy the Bruges tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, how are you buying
12
that?
minutes. 12 minutes.
How are you buying that?
What do you mean? Brother, back in January, back in like, as soon as I missed out on the tickets from obviously the Benfica end, I logged in, registered, got a registration pin number.
For Bruges, sorry.
To Bruges, everything through Bruges, yeah. So I will sit with the Brugesians.
There's Bruges.
with the brush, right? But yeah. Hopefully, I can get a ticket. Where's it go?
They're gonna be sick. No, but actually, Joe, I haven't looked at all. I'm just staring at it right now.
Isn't it crazy?
It's nuts. Like in the last 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hold on, I'll go over it. This is the last game. Sorry,
9,
you're
10.
probably
Last 10 games, they've got 2 wins.
Yeah, and one of them's in the cup, probably against the team that is playing with electricians and plumbers.
Yeah,
they only give them extra time as well.
It's nuts. No, it's nuts. It's like that's actually, you know what? Good. You know what? The fates are signing on us. Maybe we're we're gonna get some fortune because it's good for Portugal. We need the coefficients and hopefully Benfica again back-to-back years in the quarterfinals. Champions League would be very nice appearance, but hopefully don't fall asleep on that, right?
Right, exactly, right. Because that's something that very quickly we can, like Zach was mentioning in the chat. Scott Parker, Mr. GQ himself, is their manager. I don't personally rate him that highly. He's very good looking, but as a football manager, he's not great. But what I was gonna say, Mario, is that for me, I think that this Guedes, welcome back this move is also massive. Did you see the Benfica post with Felix, with Cancelo, with Ruben Dias, with everyone? Those guys, like when you see the way that he was received by the fans in the stadium, we haven't even seen the news yet, right? But in the match on Saturday yesterday, and then also on social media, these guys must be itching to come back, especially Bernard. I know that they're all like, even if I
don't want to be a poot. Like I like Gedge, but I think Cindy even said a comment earlier. She didn't rate him very highly. Like, he was a good player for Benfica. He was not like he never did what Bernardo Silva has done in Europe. He never like did what João Felix did at Benfica. We're not Sanch. There's all these guys that did far more for us, and if they left too young before doing anything great, have done greater things in Europe. You know what I mean? I love having Gedge back. I love it. But it's like hopefully that, like you're saying, Joe, plants a seed in their mind where, Bernardo Silva seeing it, even Renato Sanches. Let's say Renato Sanches doesn't get enough minutes PSG. He's there for a bit. And come next season, let's say we sell Enzo, which is very likely he's gone.
Yeah,
if PSG is not like finding a way to utilizing Renato Sanches, he might go, hey, guys, that loan deal with Draxler didn't work out. Can I give it a go? Why not?
Can I give it a go?
I wouldn't mind going back there. I'll be treated like a king. They'll love me. I'll get minutes. I'll play. We're going to need a box-to-box.
And the thing is, right, these clubs, obviously the injury factor is going to be there regardless where they're playing, right? They could be playing pickup in Camp Grande and they could get hurt. But when it comes to the actual product, like this loan from Wolves is unreal. He wasn't playing that well in the team. They just picked up Sarabia, obviously. Puden's been killing it.
It was perfect opportunity.
In general, teams are kind of looking a little bit down, Wolves right now. He's going to be on the stage for all of Europe, right? All of Europe in the Champions League. And he's going to have, in my opinion, 4 matches at least to show his talent. And that's such a win-win for Benfica because they get a great player. And then also for Wolves because let's say things go, even if they don't go poorly, right? Let's just say that they don't see a future with him and they want to sell him. We just bumped up his price, right? And if we didn't bump up his price, it wasn't going to go up anyway. So
fair enough. Yeah. No, but it's good. I would say I agree with Ricky. Like I think Felix is just more of a dream one day down the road. He might want to come back. He's not having anytime soon. I think of Renat Sunch though. I think his salary is more in the line of Draxler's, isn't it? Give or take a bit more probably. But I think a loan deal with him, if we're going to be playing this type of game where we need to patch things up. But yeah, I'm stoked. It's just cool to see these guys come back. I think one of our chat groups, I made a comment beside Guedes that it'd be so cool if he got an assist or a goal. You know, again, he doesn't score that much, but to get it right out of the gate, the fans were hyped already, man.
And the thing is, Mario, like Roger was like, yeah, you know, he landed Thursday.
12 days prior.
He trains on Friday and scores and plays on Saturday.
He gets on a plane and goes to San Miguel. He literally go and check out his locker room. You go talk to someone and say, okay, we're checking out some apartments, and then get on a plane off to an island, play a match. He probably still hasn't figured out where he's living for the next couple months.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's probably.
Huh? I like check out some apartments. Like,
check it.
Where should I leave? Where should I stay whilst I'm here?
Yeah, well, he's got to stay somewhere, man. He ain't gonna be homeless.
Hey, but
That'll be a hotel.
I'm like, I think the crazy thing though is this is one obviously homegrown player, like you said, Mario, the first Seychelles product to come back. It's a very big deal for everyone. He's had some great moments with Benfica in the Champions League, you know, in the Liga. Not the level of Felix, right? Not the level of Ruben Dias just because of who he was.
Yeah.
Not the level of, an Ederson, obviously, because these are different moments, right? Different players. But again, he's a product nonetheless, and he's through and through Benfica, right? He's a Benfiquista. I am very interested, and I completely, with all the stuff been going on, forgot about him. But someone the other day messaged me and was talking about Rafael Guedes and the fact that
that deal would be amazing.
If
we need something like that, would be amazing. I would lose my mind.
So if we lose Grimaldo, there's only one player I'm okay. Like I'm only okay with losing Grimaldo under one situation is if we get him. Really?
Yeah. I got two players.
Who?
Roberto Carlos.
No,
but we spoke about this before, man. I was, you know, like it'd be good because he's quite attacking as well, man. I think it's like almost
he fits the style.
You know, just one is Spanish and one's Portuguese. It's almost the same thing.
Yeah, so improvement. Pure improvement.
Hey?
French, but
it still counts.
Just because he's fuck off. Okay.
No,
he's got a European Cup with Portugal.
Hey, but Luis, I'm sorry, Mario. This could be something that is just me, but don't you get happy when you look in the pitch and you see it's like so many Portuguese names for Benfica?
Oh, I love it. It always is a thing. Like I always want the best possible player on the squad. I always want that. But when you get, you know, there's something special about a guy from the Seleção, a guy that's like we're bringing up, like
even
how sick, like but Gonçalo Ramos getting a hat trick for Portugal in the World Cup, and all of a sudden now, hopefully he becomes the main guy for Portugal. Like we haven't had the main striker for Portugal. Last time we had one was Nuno Gomes. That's truly a guy we had that was playing.
It was around the same time, but
which one?
Pauleta, around the same time.
But I'm saying like as a Benfica, where you're a Benfica player, you're the striker scoring goals for Benfica, and then you're going to the Seleção and scoring some goals. That was so nice. Oh, there's guys in the back.
No. Imagine.
Yeah, but like the thing is, there's
I don't want to lie without meeting that man. Hopefully, like I don't know, we'll run into each other. You know.
This is an interesting question from Mr. Blackstorm, and welcome. I don't know if I've seen him before, but
yeah, I've seen him before. He's been here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just there's so many names.
He kind of misses the chat sometimes.
Yeah, but I think we do still need a midfielder. I think that it's one of the positions in Seychelles that you look like on the wings. I honestly think this is a bad time because next year I think you do end up losing between Rafa. I mean Enzo's gone. Right, Grimaldo's
gone. Yeah, Grimaldo's gone.
Sal might be gone. Antonio Silva, I think, stays for one more year. I have a lot of.
He's going to. I think he's staying. He's not going yet.
But after next year, we'll see. But I think he's smart enough to stay at Benfica for at least another year. And he likes it. He loves it. But so you're looking at the guys that might leave, and then you look like in Seychelles or just in who we have on loan, right? Okay, on the wings for Rafa, very different players. But Thiago Vea is going to be a part of the squad next year. Roger's already said it. Right, barring an injury. You look at center back position. Tomás Araújo at Gil Vicente has been killing it, doing great. On top of all the other center backs that you already have. So, if you do lose Antonio Silva, you still have another Seychelles product among, the 2 or 3 other guys there. And yeah, João Tomé as well. There's some other players that can play on the wings outside. I don't really rate João Tomé that highly.
Wait. How the fuck does Zach know about João Tomé?
He's probably good at the B team. He didn't play.
Well, you shagging, bro. Who's told you about João Tomé? He doesn't watch the B team. He
Pedro
watches Man
Santos,
United.
like, it's
but speaking of players who also in the back, so I do think Antonio Silva is going to stay. But to connect it to this match, the one surprise I saw to me was Murat, because we got Lucas Verissimo. And to me, I really think that Lucas Verissimo, like, there's this talk about him potentially going. And, I've been chalking up as just paper talk, in my opinion. Like, it's paper talk. This guy killed it for us as center back, horrific injury. I think he's going to come back. And he's been healthy for a little bit now. And the choice to keep him benched for Murat, I think maybe he's going to go. Maybe this winter even. Like,
I'm just saying with you. It's because you live in the past. Like, I mean, I do. I'm thinking, how the fuck do we have a player like that? Because we remember, we remember like.
Oh,
I remember.
We're saying we kept saying give him a fat contract, make him the next Luizão. Like the guy was like,
yeah. Because he's good. Though the thing is, I'm not entirely. I say this every now and then. Like, obviously, the coaches get paid. They're there every day. They get to watch them train.
Oh, they say there's something they see.
We have
to
trust to a certain extent. We have to trust Roger. If he's speaking Morato over Lucas, then there's obviously something there, or not, or maybe there's not something there.
Yeah,
so I hope
that feeds into the rumors. Like maybe he wants out, and maybe Roger's like, okay, I don't know.
What I'm saying is, I hope what's happening is Roger said, look, you've come in, you're hell of a player. You've come in, you need some time to adapt to this,
it's too structured. Yeah.
Hey, I'll play you a few games, but this is not going to be your season. Your season is going to be the next. The next is going to, because Otamendi's getting old, and Tony may or may not go. Don't worry, your season will be the next. And you'll get some minutes. So if that's happened, he'll probably talk to his agent and say, look, not really happy with the situation. So if anyone comes in with a big offer, I'll go. So keep me updated. And if that happens, the agent will go to a baller and say, hey, can you put a little ad out there saying that Verissimo wants to go? Done. And that's what's happened. So I don't know. I honestly do think maybe he will stay, because I don't think there's much market for him. And he probably wouldn't go from Benfica to fucking, Brighton or some shit, So I can't believe.
Although I do think, and it ultimately comes back to because he was an offensive weapon as well. Like him on set pieces, he was great.
Yeah. He's strong.
And he's a leader too. But I do think that the injury took a lot out of him. Those are injuries that take time. Who knows? You know what? Maybe even we're saying all this now, and like you said, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But
striker.
Good problems to have. I like even looking at the bench, seeing some of Suarez made me happy. Seeing João Neves get some minutes too. I don't think he was bad. SofaScore didn't rate him last match, but I think in the midfield, we're definitely going to need someone. It seems, honestly, I'm kind of getting a little bit worried. I do think the Benfica's strategy sort of going to Argentina or just, South America in general.
Or Norway.
Is sort of, well, no, that's like different, right? But like before the bigger clubs, the Prem clubs were like, hey, let's let Porto Benfica
do their thing. Yeah.
Put their money on the line for these kids. And if they're good, we'll pay the big bucks because we know they're good. Right. And now it's not like that. Like City went straight to Argentina to get Julian Alvarez, right? All the midfielders we were linked with, that Alcaraz guy, he's gone. I believe it's Southampton, or maybe it's Newcastle. I forget where he went. Ethan would know. But these guys sort of, it's testing us. But that's really where we don't need, if we have Seychelles used effectively, like we have so much talent there. It's just there's an issue with renewing, and that ultimately comes down to these kids and their agents, right? And mainly I'm going to put it on the agents, because the agents are thinking of the money they can get in a deal. They don't care about like
it's twofold. It's the money on the deal, and also it's like catching a scalp. I sold a player for high price to City, then they're going to go back to their neighborhood and say, this is where my guy went. Now you're going to sign your contract to me and make me your agent, right? Like that's how they fish. That's how George Mendes, that's his thing. He got enough big guys back to back to back that it became a self-fulfilling prophecy where you're really good. You're another agent. City wants you or Chelsea wants you. Sign Mendes and you go to Chelsea. You probably would have gone there anyways. But it's just one of these things where the pull gets bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah, and I think that, I think that's definitely something. The squad, though, in terms of, like you're saying, Luis, we have to trust Roger. And I think overall we have. Because when's the last time you really complained about a starting lineup? Before, when the starting 11s used to come out, Twitter used to be up in flames. Look, now, again, are we happy with Draxler still being in there? No, but now it's not that the pieces aren't in the squad. It's just that there's a reason. Like, there's a plan, right?
Yeah.
The Bukaliao brothers, they're just getting back off the boat. It's going to take them a little while to get their sea legs, get rid of their sea legs.
Yeah.
When it comes to Guedes, he just stepped in. He's probably going to start next match, honestly, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'll play. I think especially against Pastreda at home, I hope he does. Maybe one of the new kids gets some minutes off the bench, right? So
yeah. Do you want to do Shadis of the match, play the match, man of the match?
Yeah, let's go for that. Cool. Video. Bomba. I just want to quickly for Black Storm. I think they'll get used on the main team. I got a feeling they'll come on as a sub sooner or later, and then possibly even like subs on the Taça Portugal.
I really think. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say I really think Andreas. I think Andreas on the wing, especially with the Rafa injury, and Neres, kind of. I don't know.
Neres is off, man. He's been he was such a phenom when he came in the first few months. Like I was loving him, but the last few months,
it's post injury. He's been kind of falling off.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like on that note, we still play well with him in the team. It's just he personally has been making that impact, Mario, like you said.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll play too much in the B team. If anyone plays in the B team, I think it's going to be Casper. And I kind of even doubt that, because ultimately Musa's not getting it done, right? I think Roger is currently, again, the decision to keep Musa is because he's a different profile. And maybe he'll find
yeah.
But ultimately, when you miss a chance like that right in front of goal, if we were tied 0-0, that loss, obviously, a loss isn't on one player, one play, but like that play loses.
Oh, it does, yeah.
You need to score that. I'm actually pretty confident saying that I would score that, or at least get it on net, get a foot on it. And he slipped afterwards, but I think that both of them are going to get playing time. Because I think really Rogers, the moves he's been making, even Ba came in. Gilbert played a couple games. He was killing it at the beginning of the season. Even Chichi's talking about him for the national team. And then he goes, no, I brought in Ba. Ba's my guy. I put him in at the right time, right? Because we always talk about how they'd get kind of burned, like the young academy kids and different players we bring in because they were pretty much put on display at the wrong time. I trust Roger with that. So ultimately, they're going to play, I think, the amount they should play, and I think it'll be an A team, not the B team. And Bob, we'll get to it in a second, but
yeah. So maybe I'll you mind? I'll just start off my Shadis play on the match, all that fun jazz. Mine is, I think it's going to be simple for a lot of us, but my Shadis is Draxler. Just more because of the amount of times he's been given opportunity. He got to start this game. He missed that open sitter. Again, with the salary, I saw the item leaked. Not leaked, but someone posted something on Twitter. Maybe I should try to download and share here. But all the players' top salaries, Draxler, he's number one. He gets paid the most money, far and beyond anyone. Like he's making more.
Thankfully, note there, Mario. We only pay 20% apparently.
Yeah, but it's one of these things where it's like I'm Gonzalo Ramos. I'm scoring. I play all these minutes. I'm scoring all these goals. I know he's not paying his full salary. Right? This guy's making 3 times more the money than I am, and he does squat all. Right, so I do think it almost gets to a point where it can almost get destructive to have something like that. So it'll be amazing if we cancel his loan somehow.
Hey, we still have a couple. We have a week, right? One more week, more or less.
So that's kind of and someone put it in the chat there because he's German. I mean, it's a German connection. I don't know. Maybe there's a conversation that going between him and Schmidt, and Schmidt maybe has a bit more empathy for him, versus someone else, but. Sooner or later, the chickens are going to come home to roost, and we're definitely not going to make a move to make him permanent.
I'll go on a hot take, and I'll say I think that this was the last game we see him start. With
I can see that.
And Andreas, I think this is the last game we see Draxler start.
There's other guys you can give minutes to that might get you a better result.
And especially, if we, I just think ultimately, I think the loan should be canceled. I think Roger's a little bit hesitant, and also, we say this. But sometimes it's better to keep a guy like that just because you don't know what he's like in the locker room. You don't know what he's like with these younger kids. So there's so much, right?
He might be helping with stuff. You never know. There might be stuff that he's helping out with.
Maybe he's unreal training too and like helping, but yeah.
Oh, he's helping. Yeah.
Hey, he brings sauerkraut and schnitzels to the party every time.
Personally, I agree with this, Boris. Like, nothing.
And then for me, player of the match was Enzo. He just friggin' lit it up. There's just insane. And the play of the match was Gonzalo, and I would say not the Ramj, but the other one. Ramj did really good, but yeah, it's just so cool to see him back, man. Just the level of hype and buzz that you had this guy coming on, and the fucking kid scores a goal. That's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, I can go next if you don't mind, Luis, because I think mine are going to be kind of similar.
I do mind.
Huh?
Yeah.
I was gonna say my first Chorizo of the match.
Pretty boy. I'm
gonna give it to just to be different. Draxler was terrible. Musa.
Yeah.
He played 1 minute and blew that.
What? Oh, sorry.
That's
I thought you were saying man of the match. I thought this guy's drunk.
No, Chorizo.
Right.
No, that's a good call. Yeah.
But because the thing for Draxler about me is the only thing I will say is when it's that little ticky tack in the box, which keep in mind. It never really produces anything with him involved, but that's the only place he's good. Cool. Like you can get someone else. We need someone that covers the whole pitch, not someone that's just good in the box.
I gotta pay. Sorry to interrupt. I started looking at the polls from last time I did a show, and the poll said, "Should we have a poll about having a poll next Sunday?" And then I wasn't able to be on the show last Sunday. And I gotta get better with these polls, man. I promise. I'm gonna improve. Sorry, keep going. Keep going, Joe. I'll think of something.
No, that was it, right? Draxler. I think the Draxler. It was interesting that Roger just keeps playing him on the wing because I don't think he's good on the wing. And, whatever, right? So that's my Chorizo of the match. Man of the match, it's really tough to argue with Enzo. I will give Enzo 100%. That first ball to Frederick is perfect. Second ball to Guedes, just smart. In general, my second kind of man of the match, I would say there. So he's my man of the match, but honorable mention. Shout out to Ba, man, because Ba has really been, I think he's been subpar the last several weeks, really. Since even before the World Cup, kind of it started to fall off a little. I thought he was great this game. I thought he was all over the pitch, creating chances even if they're not getting finished. I liked him. And then my play of the match, for me it's actually not even going to be the Gonzalo goal, even though I want it to be. It's that first Enzo goal, the Frederick goal, because that ball from Enzo is absolutely perfect. And yeah, I was very happy overall with how we played, but especially that one pass, I was like, it's perfect.
Cool, man. I agree, man. It was good, man. It was beautiful. Luis?
I'll go next if Melo don't mind.
I don't know. We'll see. He might come in. You never
know. Watch him pop. What if he popped on right now? What would you do?
Yeah, I do fucking mind. Shut up, this.
Mind your place. Mind your place.
I'll be quick as well. It's pretty simple. For me, Draxler gets Chorizo of the match for just being shit overall. My man of the match is Enzo again, man. Like I could give it to Ramos. I think it was great. I think Ramos, man, like especially this game, and I guess maybe because more Sport TV in the first half telling this and that. I've been following. He defends quite a bit, man. I think you got to keep your eye on him to realize that he scores goals. Yes, he's been scoring. That's what he needs to do. But he comes quite deep to get that ball. Like doesn't. Yeah. But I guess, okay, maybe just me being fucking blind. But sometimes I give him a little bit of, I'm like, fucking just do a bit more. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why are you there? Like, there was times where I thought it was Enzo. But now that
he moves, he's always moving.
Now
you can tell Enzo,
hair, now you can easily see that it's not fucking Enzo. So who the fuck is that? And it's Gonzalo. Ramj. My play of the match, and I'm so proud of this. You guys are fucking morons, man. Like, you guys don't know shit about football, man. Like, we shouldn't even be here. So Gonzalo has a play right at the end, right? Where we could have scored. Now, no, Ramj, right? Fuck Gench, man. He's only back now. I'm not a fucking 16-year-old virgin, like all like gashing over Gench. I'll do that in a couple of weeks.
I'm trying to think. I can't remember what play.
I can't. There's a play where he dribbles past the keeper, then he tries to like finish at a fucked up angle. Like if he finished that, I would have like just
It was the toe poke. He hits it with the outside of the foot.
Yeah,
and
he tries, and then Tino sort of like misjudges it. No, not Tino. Sorry, who was it? Was it Tino? I don't remember. Somebody misjudged.
No, someone else.
Yeah, because he was out, right?
I think that might have been Nams. João Nams.
Might have been.
I'm mistaken.
Well, I don't know, man. I just know somebody misjudges it. The whole fucking thing goes left. And
I will say, I never wanted to set on the spike, Zach. So just saying, I've always been pro Enzo. He made a mistake. He's a kid. I've never wanted to set on a spike. Never wanted him gone. I know some people did. Just I wanted to move on quickly.
I didn't want his head, but I was trying to sharpen the spike, saying if this shenanigans keeps going on, man.
Well, yeah, it was once I saw this, I said
I was good, all good. As soon as he came back and did that, we're good.
And listen, and it was more the gesture of what it means. Like some people are like, oh, it means nothing. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that doesn't change anything. But the fact that he didn't just become a little brat, because he could have very well said, you know what, I'm going to make a move in the summer anyway. It doesn't matter how I play this half the season. I'm already talking with Chelsea. I'm already talking with Liverpool, whatever.
Yeah.
No, the fact that if he's still delivering, there's no reason. Like, we don't know what conversations went on behind closed doors with other players, but anyway.
I'll tell you something, man. If I had a shirt with his name on, I would want everything to be blown over very quickly too, mate. So I agree with you there.
Who's got a shirt with his name on it, huh?
Huh? What you say?
Who's got a shirt with his name on it, huh?
I don't know. He's not in today, is he?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, let me just finish my thought though.
Sorry.
No, it's a quick one. So he dribbles past the keeper. Now, tell me one thing. He goes down, that's a pen, straight up. Done. Penalty. There is no way that that's not given because he grabs his foot. Now, for me, he gets paid to play football. So you dribble past the keeper, not enough to go down because realistically the keeper's just doing his job and he's just doing his job trying to score a goal. Paulinho, fuck me, man. He would have fucking made 4-season telenovela out of that shit, man. My man would have been rolling. Mate, Taremi, mate, fucking else. I was so happy with that.
Gonzalo, but he has that pass. You know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I was also very impressed that just in general, it seems like since the World Cup, he's gotten a little bit better with that.
Let's just play the fucking sport. Like, and for me, man, that's the player of the match because, I mean, obviously that was Enzo had 2 pre-assists. I think that pass to Grimaldo is, there's no point in me going over. We'll be here for an hour. We all watch the game. We all know what the fuck he's done. But for me, when I saw that, because I'm a dick, I was like, fucking just go down. And then I'm like, no, don't go down. Play the game. Not like the other guy. And I know, you guys are going to hate me for this, but fucking hell, man. I don't know what the guy was, center back for Santa Clara. He had 3 fucking, I'll just say Cambria in English.
Cramps.
He had 3 cramps in one game. I was like, man, you play football, bruv. Like, you train every day. And you have to, mate, bro, sorry, ref. Down again.
No, I gotta say that they have to get better at carding the stupidity and not to switch it to. I saw the Arsenal United match and De Gea at the very end faked a little shoulder injury and didn't even get touched at all. That shit just with VAR nowadays. I gotta start going back. If you're legitimately just faking. Fucking Mukudoi. I'm like, you know what? That's it. They got to start doing retroactive yellows. Just something to start telling guys. You know what? Unless it's legit, and like if you got a cramp, get off the pitch, get a treat.
For me, it's not even just that, bro. For me, like faking an injury, it's always hard to tell because you can just go down and the medic can come. No, he had like this or something wrong.
No, if you fall and you bump your shoulder,
yeah. For me, and this, in my opinion, should get punished big time. Is asking for an offside when it's not an offside. Asking for stuff that like, for example,
when it's blatant out of card and when it's blatant.
That was a fucking our goal against Sporting, right? Adan asked for an offside. Are you mad? The guy comes back like it's just stupidity. Adam didn't know what the fuck he was asking for. It's just a natural instinct to put your arm up.
They're trained to say as soon as something goes against you, say, "Oh, it's a foul." VAR, just start doing that.
Every team does that. Or when you kick the ball against someone, right, and he hits here or there, bro. We have a good example. The penalty that was not given to us because he hit his face, right? How many players went to the referee? That's a pen. Well, now you get a yellow because you're forcing something that you're not sure about. So that would cut 2 things. that would solve two things. I mean, you would have 7 players surrounding the fucking referee because you're gonna get a fucking yellow, and 2, you're not gonna put the arm up when you've just conceded the goal from a player that was behind about 4 of your players, and he's like, and then he realized when he did this, he looked at the linesman, looked at everyone, and thought, nah, I don't think that makes much sense, and he puts his arm down, he rolls over. I'm like, what a fucking twat! You gotta give a yellow because you're trying. Like, do you know what I mean, like. Because that would avoid. I'm not just. By the way, I'm not just saying Adan. I think us, Sporting Port, any team. As soon as you like, ref, is it a pen? VAR. No, it's not a pen. Okay, well,
move on.
If it's just like, hey ref, come on, you gotta check that. You gotta check that. That's different. But when you rush to the ref, you're like this. If it's a pen, fair enough. Like you'll go.
Refs are supposed to. They're supposed to card. They do card. Player gets in his face. They card him. Sometimes it's very subjective. It's the fact that it's subjective and they rarely do it. That's annoying. It's not even like a new rule. It's like the rule is if you harass a ref and the ref says, "Hey, back off," and you proceed to continue to berate him, then it's a card. And in our Liga, there is the odd time to give a card, and 80% of the time they just allow players to hound them. And it's like, and you see the ref saying, "Oh, calma, no more. I saw it, no more," and the player gets on him. It's like, stop giving all these warnings. You give them the warning.
We need Colina, man. Yeah. We need Colina back. We just need Colina. Fucking Gianluca Colina. Do you remember him? Fuck me, man. Listen. You'd go up to him and say, "Hey, ref." He's like, "What? You fucking what, man? I'm fucking having you, man." I loved it, man. He didn't give a shit. I loved him.
But yeah, man, that was a good match. I'm stoked. I think everybody is. Yeah, I'm having a stroke.
What did you say?
I'm stoked. I'm stoked.
Oh, man, I was like, what the fuck?
No. Yeah, right on air. I just keel over and that's it. Yeah.
Hey, but it's kind of nice because the past game is on Thursday, so we get a little midweek football, which is always nice.
I hate that.
Yeah, amazing.
I absolutely hate that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I hate it in the sense that it's tough to watch, and I probably
actually let me go check.
It's nice that I'll be able to
3:15 Eastern Standard Time is the match. Thursday the 26th.
One after that's a Thursday too, but it's 4:15, which isn't as bad.
Huh?
What?
What's
the match? The Oroca match is also on a Thursday.
It's on Wednesday.
We'll play next weekend.
Wednesday.
Wait, is it Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh, it is Wednesday. You're right.
Why do they do it? Why do you do that?
I got a weekend off for nothing.
Because no, it's not on the weekend because of the Taça de Liga. That's when the
final.
Nice.
Okay, fine.
This is nice. I have a weekend off, right? And there's no Benfica, which you might think, what the fuck? No, but it's nice because I'm
no
free.
pressure.
I can do what the fuck I want. Do you know what I mean? Like
no commitments.
You're to go out on a Saturday, we go out on a Saturday, love. We stay over, we fuck on Sunday too. That's fine. No Benfica, man. It's all good. Oh, this will be nice. I can play.
No, but it's good.
And hey, also, by the way, can I just say something real quick, just to announce everybody in the chat and at home and with your wives. I'm getting new internet on Friday, and it's supposedly fucking sick. It's full fiber. I'm gonna have fucking bits coming out of my asshole, man. I am so excited, man. It's Vodafone. It's Vodafone, right? And they said I get 900 megs download, bro. 900 megs. You know what I'm on now? I'm on fucking 2.6. No, I'm not on 2.6, man. Relax. I'm like on 20, bro. I know, I am.
No pressure. You got all the time. I gotta say, okay, so Thursday, I'm looking at my schedule. I might miss the first little bit of the match, but I might be able to watch the match. Actually, are you gonna be able to watch the match, Joe?
No. So the one thing that I was actually considering canceling the subscription. I have that Fubu, like I told you about. Yeah. But the one thing is, it's great because I can record the matches. So 99.9% chance can't watch it, but I'll watch it that night. So.
Okay, Luigi, you gonna see the match?
Yeah, fuck yeah, brother.
Okay.
Of course I'm gonna
we'll see if we get another match going.
Hold on a minute. On that sense, brother, I'm gonna be up at like same on not. If we do Friday night, I can do it. If we wait and go Friday night, I can definitely do it because I'm off the weekend, bruv. Oh, and I'll have 900 megs as well. Fucking yes, man.
You'll be good. You'll be all good.
Yeah, I definitely, even if I did get to watch Mario, I got a lot going on this week. I'm going to be traveling for work and other stuff. So unfortunately, this weekend as much as I want to, I definitely can't.
Might not work. Okay, so, no, it's all good. It's all good.
Seriously, no, we have Bash on Thursday.
Yeah.
8:15, you said, right?
I think so. Your time, yes, yeah, correct.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
if we do the pod on Friday, I can do it.
Like right after you're done here. Oh, Friday or Thursday? You're saying Friday?
Hold on, 8:15, 9. Nah, man, I can't go because that will run
Friday.
too late, man, and I'll be on 5 days straight. Like I'll be like, you know.
Well, Friday you'd be good.
Friday I'll be good because I'll finish at like
when you
3.
have rest, you don't do that.
Huh?
When you have rest, you don't do that. Those faces.
That's what he does while he's with the. Anyways,
I get all funny when you look at me like that. But yeah, I can do Friday.
To Mad Tino.
All right, guys. You know what? We'll get into the shenanigans.
This was a fun one, though.
It was a good show, man. Good show.
Was it?
Thanks to the chat. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself.
I liked it. I want to keep that video as like that intro video is like a one-time use, but it was perfect. So I gotta come up with some other ones.
Don't use it again now, mate. Don't use it again now, okay?
Hey, it's on Twitter too, so maybe it won't get flagged there. Who knows?
Of course not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's on Twitter. It hasn't gotten flagged yet.
Should we like put a bet on? I'd say it's 23:20. By 23:30, we've got a warning. We've got a strike. Not a strike. Sorry, like strike is too bad. Warning. I forgot the name of it now.
But I think some of them sometimes ask for a what's it called? They just want a Champions League watch log. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, I'm there, so I can't watch it.
Well, yeah, Luis will be doing a watch along in the stands, I guess. I can't wait, man. That's
I'm outside. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, I can hear them.
This is fair.
I can't wait. Man. I'm like, I don't know. I'm getting so hyped for this. I'm already hyped about this season, but halfway through, we're top of the table. We're looking good. We got a decent opponent, probably the best opponent you can ever ask for the next round of the Champions League.
Especially now, Mario, given
what they're playing, yeah. And then we got some exciting and I put the question I threw to the poll was just if you think we're going to make any more signings this January window. I think we're done personally, but still.
I think we're going to make. I think we're going to make moves, not signings. I do think that out of the players we have,
exits.
I think Guedes might leave. Andre Almeida, they're talking about maybe rescinding his contract. I know these are all rumors, and we might even see someone else. I just have I find it very hard to believe that no one has been renewing or no one's in talks to renew in between Rafa, Grimaldo.
Almeida is rescinding.
I know that was great. And then what else I was going to say is like with some of the youth kids, I know that there's issues there, but with Otamendi's a big one because that's actually a very big question mark because I think we should renew with him maybe for 2 seasons and then you dump him somewhere. Okay. But we don't need to. We need to, I think, from the leadership standpoint, and I think that he demands a lot of respect in the league. But yeah, like we said, we're well served at center back. So if we do not re-sign him, it's not.
If you get rid of Verismu, you better have renewed Otamendi before you do that. That guy better be certain.
Actually, I'm not going to say that. I don't want to put that on the universe. That's fine.
Okay, fuck it. All right, let's. Okay, right. We're gonna call later. You guys have a great weekend. Good night. Peace.
Like the Kent Mario. See ya.
Bye. Love you.